Shopify has a reputation for clean, modern looking stores. They have beautiful product pages, great checkout pages, and overall just a smooth process for your online store. But here's the thing that a lot of people don't know. Shopify isn't the only way that you can achieve this look, and you don't have to pay a monthly subscription fee to create your own beautiful and converting store. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to achieve a similar look using WooCommerce, which is a free WordPress plugin, and how you can create the same kind of vibe on your store. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so just to start, I wanted to give you an overall vibe of some Shopify stores to show you exactly what it is that people like so much about Shopify. And so you have a better idea of what we're going to build once we head over to WordPress and WooCommerce. And so right here is a store built on Shopify, and you can see they've got large images. They've got a beautiful yet simple menu, easy to go through and see everything that you need to on the store. And if you keep going down, of course, you're going to see some products. And when you go to their product pages, again, it's very clean. Typically it's pretty minimal because your whole goal with your product page is to obviously get people to convert with the add to cart button. And so you can see it's just overall a very clean and polished look. And to look at another store right here, same thing. Typically features the some kind of bar on the top that has some kind of incentive for customers, whether it's free shipping or a coupon code. A lot of stores incorporate this into their top bar up here. And then again, big, beautiful images, very clean look. Okay, and you can see that they incorporate reviews, and they have certain sales that you can run to show a lower price for the item. They have the short description that tells people about the product more in this, and then of course related products, and then the reviews featured below. And so all of this, and then let's just go ahead and also see what the cart page looks like. So you can see this pulls up over here, and if you were to go to the checkout page, again, a nice, smooth, easy process. People just put in their information and they can simply check out and feel like this is a trustworthy store to buy from. And so I'm going to show you now how you can achieve the same kind of look and vibe using WooCommerce, which again is a free plugin that is through WordPress. And so if you're already hosting a website with WordPress, this is going to make your life a lot easier, where you can just add your store into what you're already building. All right, and so right now I'm just on a default page for WooCommerce for a demo store that I've built just for the purposes of this video to show you kind of what it would look like. And so a lot of people back away from WooCommerce because it seems like there's a lot of things that you have to do to create that look. If you look right now, this is obviously absolutely awful by default. You would never want to launch an e-commerce store that looks like this. It's got a crazy menu up here. The product images look horrible and small. Obviously, this is not something that would convert if you go to the product page. This actually looks fairly decent, but there's things that you would want to change to make it more trustworthy. You do at least have the larger image. But by default, of course, this type of e-commerce store would not convert well. You wouldn't have a lot of people trusting it to make those purchases. And so what I'm going to show you now is just how simple it is to take it from here and to make it look like the Shopify stores that I just showed you now, and save yourself that monthly subscription fee that you would have to continue to pay if you chose to use Shopify. So let's go ahead and I'm going to show you exactly how to do this. All right, so in order to build the same kind of store on WooCommerce versus Shopify, the main things you need to have are your domain name, which you can get for around the $10, $11 range. You need to have a hosting plan, which you can get for under $10 as well. And then we're just going to be using free themes. That's it. Super simple. You're not going to be committed to a large monthly payment. You're just going to have these things that you can go ahead and start building your own store to look just like Shopify. And so once you have, if you don't know how to install WordPress and WooCommerce, be sure to subscribe and like our channel, because we will be adding more tutorials to show you exactly how to do that. But if you do already have a WordPress site installed and you do have WooCommerce, all you're going to need to do is come down where it says Appearances, and you're going to click on Themes. Then the theme that we want to install is called Astra. I already have it installed here, but if you were doing this for the first time, you would simply come over, search Installed Themes, and type in Astra. And then you would install and then activate. So I'm going to activate it now since we already have it installed. If you haven't, just go ahead and install it. And now we have Astra installed. Once that is installed, you want to come over to plugins down here, and you're going to add a plugin, and you're going to search for Starter Templates. Okay, and you're going to see this right here, and now you're just going to click install, and once it's installed, you just go ahead and click activate. Okay, and after you do that step, it's going to pull up this menu here. They also have the AI website builder, but we're just going to go ahead and start with these starter templates, and we're going to see all of the options that they have to build yourself a similar type of store. I always recommend using Elementor. It is a drag and drop builder. It makes building websites super easy for anyone, as opposed to the traditional block editor with WooCommerce. With WordPress. So we're going to go ahead and use Elementor. If you don't have Elementor, it's the same thing. You would just go to plugins and install Elementor. It does have a free version. You only would need to get Pro if you want certain features, but otherwise it is always free to just use regular Elementor. Okay, and then you can see right here they have a search bar where you can put the type of website that you're building. So let's say that you have a clothing store. You could put that in here, and they're going to show you some beautiful designs that are built just for running a clothing store. And you can type in any kind of niche here, or you can simply go over here and you can scroll through the different menus to see something that fits the niche that you're trying to build. And so for the purposes of this, we're obviously going to go to e-commerce because we're looking to build a store similar to Shopify. And so let's go ahead and we can look at online shop. And immediately what you're seeing is an insane improvement over what we just had for that default, the default options with just the with just the WordPress and WooCommerce installed. Now by having Astra and these starter templates, you have a lot more options. And of course, if you don't want to pay for them, you have these premium, you would just skip over those. There are tons of free ones that do the job, that make it look just like Shopify. So what we're going to do is we're going to do e-commerce, and let's just say that we want to do a clothing store again. We're going to go through here, and the ones like I just showed you, if we go back to that original Shopify store, you can see they feature the large images on their homepage. That's really popular and high converting. So we have things like that. So if we go back to the templates, we can already see designs like this look very similar to the one that we're seeing from Shopify. And so if you want to look at it ahead of time, just click on the preview and you can actually demo it with different font styles. So if we wanted to change the fonts, you can see immediately it's changing all of your headings and all of your text, which makes this super easy to do. You don't have to worry about manually going in and changing any of this. So let's just say we want to go ahead with this one, and then you can also change the color schemes like this as well. And so if you already have a brand and a logo and a color palette, you'd be able to go in and just choose the one that that matches best along with your brand. And so let's go back, and just to look at another one here, same thing. And here you would just upload your logo as well. And then also let's just go ahead, and you can see here how good their menu looks up here. This would be where your logo is, and of course the cart and search icon up here. Nice bold images, being able to look at collections, and then of course the individual products. So right here, if we were to click on this product, you can already see you can choose the color variants just from the product page, just from the catalog page alone. But when you come into it, this looks clean, professional, a heck of a lot better than the default WordPress and WooCommerce setup. And you would be able to just go ahead and start putting in your information instead of all this information for your own store. So let's go ahead and pick one of these, and then I'm just going to go over a little bit of how you would adapt that for your own store. Okay, so scrolling down, I'm going to go ahead and go with this one right here because I actually kind of have a plant niche logo and vibe that I've already been doing as a demo. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this one because it's perfect for that vibe that I'm going to create. And so again, you just click on that, and then we're going to upload the logo here. So let me go ahead and get that uploaded. Okay, and so I've got the basic logo updated now. And so again, you can just go ahead and choose your font pair, choose your color palette, and then you would simply click continue. And then here where you see features, there are some chosen by default. This is just what comes with it that you cannot uncheck. So that's your page builder, e-commerce, your contact form. If you want to add any other features, you could add them here for SEO. They also have free live chat option, which is great. Another feature that you can find on Shopify that now you can also get with a WooCommerce. Okay, and then the website emails. This is if you want to be able to send emails directly from your domain so that it's coming from your store and not just a Gmail account. You would have that checked as well. But if you'd like, you could just go ahead with the default settings and then you would go ahead and click continue. Okay, and so here it's saying that I've already have this starter template. Yours will just start going into the process and it's going to make you acknowledge that it is going to overwrite your site completely and it's going to take over that data. So you would just go ahead and check that box and then continue and it will go ahead and build your site. And what it's going to do is it's going to import all the content needed to create that visual that you're seeing. So it is going to import different images that's going to fill in all the spaces, but at any time, once this is imported and you start to put your own content in, you're able to just go ahead and delete those images that you no longer want so that they're not on the back end of your website. All right, and just like that, yours may take a little longer. Since I did already have the template, it took only 21 seconds to build. It may take about a minute depending on your hosting or what you already have going on your site. But just like that, it's already built our site. So we're going to go ahead and click View Website. And boom, as you can see, we just transformed it from that original site that I showed you at the beginning of this video where it looked really clunky. You had the crazy menu here. It only has double menu because I did already import it, but yours will just show the basic menu here of the home, shop, about, contact, and then of course your large image, all of these different features. If you had any products in the back end of your WooCommerce, those would already start showing as well. And so if you go down every single part of this page, you're now able to go customize. If you were to come up here and you click on Edit with Elementor, it's going to let you go ahead and change anything about this page. And so let's go ahead. I'm going to show you the example of the banner. Okay, so let's say that you wanted to replace this big image with something of your own. You would simply click on this little box right here with the pink, and it's going to open up a container over here where you're going to be able to click on Style. And right there, that is going to be the image that you're going to change for your own image. Everything on here, you can simply start editing, putting your own headings, your own subheadings. You can change every single thing about this page. You can change the text on this button. You can change the color of the button, the size of the button. You can customize this to your heart's desire, anything that you want to change. Same thing down here where the icons are. You could replace the icon. Everything you just click on to see the features, you just click on it. You'll see over here, you can change the icon, you can change the words, you can put whatever it is that your guarantees are for your store in the same spot. And then products, this is just going to be pulling from the products on your store, but you of course can change those as well. And then here where this banner is, you could do the same thing as above. Simply click on these dots, go to style, and you would change that background here, change the call to action that you want for your store. And same here, you could change out these images for products that are from your store and your categories. And if there's ever a section that you do not want on the site, you can simply either exit out and it will remove it completely, or if you don't want to delete it, let's say for this section here for testimonials, you eventually want to put testimonials in, then you could actually simply just come down and you can hide certain features of the site like that. So you would just find the section that this is over on the structure and you can simply take it out of view. And that way, if you do want to add testimonials later, you would just bring it back into view and you could go ahead and edit it right there and make all the changes that you need. And so we've got that, and let me go ahead and I'm going to go to the page as well to show you the product page, cart, and checkout, just so you can see that it looks very similar to the Shopify stores. Okay, so we're on the home page now. And let's say this is what we wanted to look at, this product. You can see already it looks incredible. We've got a nice large image. You can hover over and it moves with it. There are ways that you can also customize this product page. I'm not going to get into it in this video, but you can remove any of these extra words. Of course, if you don't want any of these tags, you can remove all of that. You can customize every feature. You can make your add to cart button bigger. But just scrolling down, you can see nice related products showing, and once you get reviews, those will start showing down here as well. So overall, this just completely transformed your store just by installing that template and having your first product on the store. And so someone could come in now and they could add this to cart, and then we can go ahead and we can view the cart. All right, and you can see right here, it looks super clean, just like the Shopify one. People could add a coupon code here, can add or remove items if they no longer want them. And then of course we would proceed to checkout. Okay, and just like that, you can see that the checkout page has also been completely transformed. It looks super good, sleek. Once you have your payment method integrated, Stripe, PayPal, whatever it is you're using, this won't show here. It's actually going to show just like Shopify. Where they're able to check out. So this is obviously not working right now just because we do not have that integrated for our demo site, but that is all you would need to do, and then they would be able to simply go ahead and place their order. All right, so if you're someone who's been considering Shopify, but that monthly subscription fee has been holding you back, I hope that this showed you that there's absolutely potential with WooCommerce and the things that you can create. It has beautiful templates, beautiful themes that you can use to create your own store that you will own no matter what, as long as you pay that small monthly hosting fee that you likely are already paying for your website as it is, then you're good to go and you can create a store just like Shopify. And if you're someone who's watching this and you're confused or you don't know where to start, then be sure to grab our step-by-step store launch quick start. It's actually going to walk you through everything that you need to know, from choosing your niche, choosing your first products, to creating your store setup like this, to even customizing it. If you don't want to use any of these themes and you want to customize your store from scratch, putting only your personal touches, we also cover that as well, in addition to how you can start getting your first traffic. So go ahead and click that link if that's something that interests you. And if you're looking for more WooCommerce tutorials, then be sure to hit that like and subscribe button because we have a lot of great content coming for you.